Hello, hello. Can you guys believe that I have a nail art design tutorial here? I'm so excited. Spring always gets me excited to do floral designs, and this one is so fun. So I used Essie Blanc for the white in this one, and then I used Essie Playdate on my pointer and middle finger, and I did 2 coats of each of that and let it dry. And I also did a light layer of top coat I Love Glisten and Glow. So once that has had a chance to dry, I'm going to show you how I did this design. I didn't show you how I did the other one, but you can just look at the pattern and hear the tips and techniques that I use as I paint this finger. I use so many beautiful polishes for this design. All of them are Essie except for one, and I will list them all down below and mention them as we go through the design. So I'm starting out with Stylenomics. I'm going to use my Winstonia brush. I'll have a link to that down below, but I'm just going to do this stem with these little stems coming out on each side. I'm just alternating those stems. You can also just use black if you want, but this is a really deep dark green. And then I'm coming in with Souls on Fire. I love this polish so much. It's a beautiful bright orange. I need to get another bottle of it. It does tend to dry out, but I did put a little bit of thinner in my bottle and it's back to being perfect again. But it'll be so fun as we get into summer. But I'm just doing these little fluffy flowers. I'm just making sure they have little fluffy ends that you can see, and so they really have a little bit of definition. And so you'll see here that I'm adding more and more fluff as we go. So I'm going to use this as my base. The thing about these floral designs, I like them to be a little more interesting and have a lot of layering, and this is going to have 3 different colors on it, so this is going to be my base color. So once I'm done with this base, I'll come in with my next one. I am going to get a brush here with some acetone and just clean up this little mess here on the side before I move on. So now I'm coming in with the next orange, and this is a little bit deeper, and I'm going to start at the base and just move those fluffy ends up into the top, but I'm not going to go up all the way. I'm just going to go up about halfway. And this is Movin' and Groovin' from their new Essie collection that came out this year. I love that collection so much. And once that has had a chance to dry, I am going to clean my brush off with acetone. I am doing that between every application. It does take a little bit of time, but you want to make sure you have fresh polish on your brush every time. You don't want to let dried polish get on there and then dip in again. You want to make sure you're cleaning it and wiping it off on a towel in between every color. So now I'm coming in with just a little bit of red. I am using Keys to Happiness. That is also an Essie color, and I'm just going to do a little bit of that on the base just because I want to pull in some red on this side to kind of complement the other nail. I'm using that same red, and I'm coming in with my larger end on my dotting tool, and I'm not making this flower very uniform. I like it to be a little irregular. I feel like that makes it look a little more natural and not like a kindergarten flower, but just a little more interesting. So I'm just kind of shaping that the way that I want and filling that in, trying not to get it too thick because I am going to do a few layers on this one. And then when I'm done with that, I am going to come in with my next flower here. I am just using Blanc right now, just a white, and same thing with these. I don't want these petals to be perfectly round. Some are a little oblong, and I just think that makes it look a little more natural and interesting. And I'm going to let the base of those dry, and then I'm going to go on to my next flower here, and I'm going to come in with this purple called Wink of Sleep. This is from Essie as well. I'm going to make this flower. I probably ended up doing this one a little bigger than I wanted, but that's okay. You have to remember when you're doing flowers, you want to keep space in between and try not to let them touch. And when you're thinking about doing floral designs, you want to think tiny, teeny, tiny, tiny, and you're going to go even smaller than you think. I've actually had to do this nail a few times before I got the hang of how big I really wanted my flowers to be, but always think smaller. And then when I'm finished with that one, I'm going to let that dry as well. I'm going to come in here and do a little type of daisy up in the corner here. I just going to do a half flower here. And you'll see me come in later. I decide to change this to yellow because I feel like I need to add a little bit of yellow to this side to complement the other side, and I'll show you that later. But now I'm coming back in with Stylenomics with my same Winstonia brush, and I'm going to do these petals here, and they are a dark green. I'm going to add them to both of these, and I want these leaves to look like they're under the flower, and so I am going to go back on top and finish the round petal over top of that leaf so it looks like it's underneath the flower. And then I'm coming in with this beautiful pink called Pin Me Pink, and I probably should have just added this color and then did like a red rim to the flower, but I kind of changed my mind in the middle of the design and I decided I didn't want the red to be so bold. So I came in with this pink and just spread that out as far as I could into those petals. I'll let that dry for the next layer. Now I'm coming in with the only OPI polish that I have, and this is Nice Set of Pipes. I just really liked this color of purple with this other purple. I just wanted it a little bit darker. I'm doing these little blobs and then dragging them to the center to give it this kind of different, interesting look here. Okay, now I'm coming in with my brightest pink, and this is called Free to Roam. This is not white. This is just a really light pink, and I'm going to do the center of this flower. See how that just really makes it really nice to have those color layers. And then I added the center to that flower. I'm using that same pink. This is Pin Me Pink, the same one that I used in the middle of the red flower, and I'm just doing 5 little lines coming from the center of the flower. Lots of little details, but I'm telling you, this is what makes the nail art just so fun, is to have all these tiny little details. And now is when I decided to come in and just add yellow to that flower, just because I wanted to bring that color out from the other one. And this is a beautiful yellow. It's kind of a yellow that leans a little bit green. It's called Curbside Pick Me Up. And now I'm going to add these little dots here. Just think less is more. I always end up adding like one more dot than I really want to. I like to do them various sizes though here. And so I just do some that with a little heavier touch and some with a little bit of a lighter touch to get that variance there. And then in the center of this flower, I'm going to add that beautiful yellow. And then I added that little purple center in the purple flower. Okay, so that's it. You're going to let your design dry for at least 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more, especially if you're using a really dark color, and you're going to come in with your favorite top coat. I'm using Glisten and Glow as always. I will put a link to that down below. It is an amazing top coat. And that is it. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if you're going to try it in the comments down below. We'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.